Who doesn't love a burrito? You can literally have all of your nutritional components in one wrap it up, and you're good to go. And I'm coming to you with my take on 3 burrito recipes that are really going to get you out of that burrito rut. You can feel confident as you serve these to your family that you've got something new and delicious and nutritious. And as a bonus, we're going to try a couple different wraps out to see what works. Because if you're like me, I always wrap my burritos and they fall apart. So I've got some really good tricks to help them stay together and be wrapped well. So I'm going to take you through that. I might screw up, I might not. Let's find out. I'm making a rice cooker Spanish rice. This is really easy and super tasty, using short grain brown rice, some onions, garlic, diced tomato, an Anaheim or Serrano pepper, and a little bit of sauce from a can of chipotle peppers in adobo sauce, as well as a vegetable bouillon cube. You add everything to the rice cooker, you stir it, and combine it. Now I'm using a flour tortilla here. I know that's not completely whole food plant-based, but honestly, most of the ones rip. I've got some queso dip here that I've made. Such a good versatile queso dip. And as you can see, I'm just putting this on the back edge. It will all distribute as I make this burrito. I'm going to lay some romaine lettuce in here. You can use whatever greens that you like. I'm also going to do a little bit of cilantro. You can use spinach, and then if you warm your burrito afterwards, then you'll find that it will actually kind of wilt, and that makes it really nice. And I'm gonna use a little bit of the Spanish rice. It's gonna be just really an experiment to see how full can I make this without breaking it. And the burrito size that you wanna go for is as large as you can find. That's going to really help you be able to get everything in the burrito. I kind of equate this to making sushi. You want to get all the ingredients closest to you. I'm going to kind of make a funnel here, pull this back towards me, just like that. And then I'm going to take the sides in so that when I roll it, it's going to just go with me. And then if you need to, again, re-fold the sides, then you do. And then you just keep folding till it's tight, and then leave it seam side down. I'm gonna show you a really cool trick of how to heat this up, but I will just leave my burritos here. And once I'm done with all 3 of them, I'll show you how to do it. The beauty of all of these recipes is that you can really meal prep everything at the beginning of the week. You can mix it up. You can make a bowl salad with all of these ingredients. And actually prepping for this video and all 3 of these burritos, we have enough food in the house to last a full family the whole week. So that's a huge bonus. Chopping the tempeh really small, and I am chopping up some cilantro as well as some chipotle peppers in adobo sauce. I'm actually going to use the peppers this time. I'm using 2 of them. This really provides a lot of wonderful flavor, and just dicing these really small. In a mixing bowl, I am adding all of that. In addition, some cumin, oregano, freshly squeezed orange juice, and a little bit of salt. Letting it marinate in the fridge for 20 minutes, and then putting it in a medium frying pan, allowing the liquid to cook down about 5 minutes. I'm going to be using homemade black beans, cashew sour cream, and some brown rice. My son is super picky when it comes to food, and for whatever reason, he loves this burrito, so I know that I can load it up with nutrients. Something that you can do, you can either put the sauce down like I showed you the first time, or actually mix it in with your beans. This makes an even creamier bean. And if you have a picky eater, maybe give it a shot and see what you think. So with this burrito, as with all the burritos, make it your own. If there's something in here that you're like, oh yeah, that looks amazing and I wanna put that in, do it. And if you're like, oh, I would prefer spinach over microgreens, then do that too. The goal here is to have something that tastes good, but that's also really packed with a lot of different kind of nutrients. Man, you guys, you're really gonna enjoy this one. I think it turned out so nice. It has such a, what kind of flavors in here? Very, very authentic, kind of Mexican with it being cruelty-free. A little bit more avocado in here. I'm gonna put microgreens in here. A little red bell pepper. I feel like this is getting a little bit giant. Cilantro, and I've got some jalapeno here that I'm gonna put in. And just for variety, I'll put a little bit of spring mix. Okay, now in the first burrito, I said kind of do it like a funnel. And that's what I found to be the most effective online, but I'm finding as I'm actually doing it, it's not working for me. So I'm pulling it towards me like I'm making a sushi roll, and then I'm making a funnel, just like this. Oh, I got a little rip. I'm gonna just gently bring this forward. This wrap is not as pliable as the first one. We might have to start over on this one. Right there, there's a big rip. What do you think? Should I redo it?
Redo it.
Okay, let's redo it. Okay guys, take 2. Wrap it like a sushi roll. Pull it towards you, then fold in the corners. This is a better size.
I can already feel though, this wrap wants to rip. Burrito number 2, done.
In a medium saucepan, I'm adding the Korean chili pepper flakes, water, maple syrup, and I'm heating this over a medium heat until it bubbles. Once it does, I'm turning off the heat, stirring in the miso paste and letting it sit for about 15 minutes. Then I'm adding sake, vinegar, and salt, and I'm stirring to combine. I'm using a block of extra firm tofu, draining it of excess water and pressing it, and then I'm just slicing it really thinly. I'm peeling and grating an Asian pear, and then I'm chopping up some onion, some garlic, and some green onion. Tossing all of this into a bowl. I'm adding monk fruit sweetener, soy sauce, and a little bit of cornstarch. I'm letting this marinate in the fridge for 20 minutes, and then I'm spreading it on a parchment paper lined baking sheet, popping it in the oven at 400 degrees for about 10 minutes, and then stirring it around, flipping it, baking it for 10 more minutes until it's slightly crispy.
Okay. Third burrito is this Korean style burrito. White rice, I just feel like this would pair well with the flavors. Little tofu strips that turned out really good and quite crispy. This really has kind of a meaty characteristic to it or quality to it. Would taste great really on anything if you wanted to not have this as a burrito. I've done some kimchi. I think what else would taste really good in this burrito, just going by like the kind of flavor that's in here, would be maybe a pickled red onion, and we can go with cucumber in here. And now here's my sauce. That smells amazing. All of the burritos could probably be paired with lime and they would all work out really nice. Okay, let's do this again. Again, I might have filled this up a bit full, pulling it towards me, funneling it in. Should have this down by the third one, huh? And then wrap. I can feel that there's more processed ingredients in this particular wrap, so it's holding together easier than that second wrap. When I actually pull it off and I do it correctly, that's so satisfying. Like, come on, it's satisfying. And I'm gonna show you guys how to kind of seal these burritos and really give them that extra authentic feel so that when you're eating them, they don't fall apart, because I think that's just as important. So even if you wrapped it correctly, when you get to your plate and it's like, bad infomercial, everything falls apart, let's seal these burritos on the oven. I'm going about medium high, and then I'm just gonna let the pan get hot for a moment. When you are doing this, you wanna make sure it's seam side down so you don't make a mess here. And then depending on your pan or your stove, you just wanna let it sit there, no oil, no water required, until it just browns, and it will actually kind of seal together. That's good. I'm gonna flip it over here and do the same thing on the other side. If you'd like, you can press it down. I have hands of steel, but if you don't, then please use some kind of utensil. And then being careful not to burn yourself, you want to take the ends and do the same and let a little bit of burn happen just like that. That's getting a little hot even for me, so just be careful when you do this. Seam side down. You almost don't even need to warm anything up, because this will just warm the contents of the burrito up. And ironically, this green one looks the healthiest, but it seems to be the one with the most junk in it, which is why the burrito is holding together. And if you feel like your burritos are getting a little too crispy, just turn the heat down. Now I'm like kind of just a little bit less than medium. Make sure you have a really sharp knife. This goes for sushi as well as burrito, because you don't want to ruin your work here either. And then that is the inside. Look at that beauty. And that smells amazing. Oh, this looks delicious. I'm sorry, all of this smells so lovely. This is our classic vegan burrito. So simple, yet so flavorful. Burrito number 2 is this Tempeh Asada, which turned out really flavorful and good. I think, people who might be new to veganism will really enjoy this one, because it does have quite a meaty texture to it. And number 3, moving to our Korean kind of hybrid burrito, very adventurous. I'm really excited to try this one. Going with the classic vegan burrito first. So good. I have to resist the urge to finish that, since I'm gonna be tasting everything. Almost tastes like a going out burrito, but so much healthier made at home. The Tempeh Asada burrito, bursting with flavor. Really delicious. Oh yeah. Here is the Korean burrito. Wow. That sauce is amazing, that hot sauce. Very not what you're gonna expect, but in such a good way. Really delicious. I almost made that without spilling on myself. Now, since I finished testing all the burritos, let's go to the bonus portion and test out the Ezekiel wrap. See if we can wrap a burrito, any of these burritos, without having it break. I'm gonna do my very best to make that happen. Let's see if I can do it. Now with a healthy sprouted grain tortilla, I think it's gonna be best to warm this up. If you have a gas stove, you can do this, or place it inside the microwave with a wet paper towel. This just makes it a little bit more pliable. I think we're good. Now I need to work quick because the longer that I wait, the not warm this is, and then it's just gonna harden right back up. So I'm gonna do the classic burrito. I feel like this would pair really well with a heartier sprouted grain kind of wrap. I'm gonna also make this quite small because I'm not confident that this is gonna work. As you notice, I have an urgency going on here because I really want this to actually wrap up. Oh gosh, wish me luck. What do you think? Is it gonna work? Scary, scary, scary lady. Oh man, come on. Oh my gosh, this is gonna work. Haha, success! Guys, it worked. I'm so happy, and I know that once I place this on the stove, it's gonna work. This really is have your cake and eat it too moment, because we know that we can use a much healthier option, a whole food plant-based option, to make any of these burritos, and they're still gonna taste really amazing. I've linked all of these burrito recipes down in the description below, and if you enjoy my recipes, make sure you check out my cookbook, Eating Whole. It has tons of whole food plant-based recipes that actually taste good, and I think that you guys are gonna really love it. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.